Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel Tips by Anil, and today we are going to discuss about Project Online overview. The Project Online is also called as Project Web App. So here I have already created a PWA site. So if you don't know how to create PWA site, I will just drop the link of my video in which I have created PWA site. Alright, so in this complete video, we will learn multiple things like how to create the project, how to create planning for a project, how we can create resources, custom fields, lookup tables, timesheet configuration, and resource management, and approval center. So there are many things that we will discuss in this video. Alright, so here whenever I will click on this project, you can see this is my project center, and in the projects ribbon we having multiple options over here like new. So from new we can create project by enterprise project. So these two are enterprise project type. So what is the enterprise project type we will discuss in this video only. And here you can see in project professional means if you want to create your project by the project professional, then just click over here. Alright, so if you have already a project that you want open in project web app, that you can click over here. Alright, add SharePoint site, this is a different thing. Build team, project permission, everything we will discuss in this video. So let me just create a video by enterprise project type. I'll let you know what is the enterprise project type. Okay, so here it's a basic info. So this is the PDP. If you will see, create project.axpx is the PDP. What is the PDP? We will discuss. So here suppose tips by Anil. This is my project name, and if I'll see the description, you can provide over here. Honor also you can choose from here. If you will not choose the honor, it will take your default login name. Okay, so anil@tipsbyanil.onmicrosoft.com. Click on finished. So it will take few seconds to creating your project. Okay, till the time what we can do, we can just move on project web app. I'll go in setting, PWA setting, and here you can see scheduling is the PDP, schedule.spx, and project detail also a PDP. Okay, so first I will let you know how we can create the project by different PDPs. So here if you will see enterprise project type, here we having two PDPs, SharePoint task list and enterprise project. So these two PDPs we were getting while we are creating the project. Here you can see. Alright, now if I will go in tips by Anil, then here I can see I'm having two pages, schedule and project detail page. Here I can fill the information. Suppose if I want to choose the department, project department, then I can just fill the project department here. Alright, now I will let you know how we can create the custom fields and project detail page. Okay, so if you will see here in this enterprise project, we having only two PDPs, schedule and project detail page. If you will see here, schedule and project detail page. Now if I want create one more PDP, and I want that PDP move to here. Okay, so this PDP is already created, project information. I'll let you know how we can create a new PDP. Okay, so whenever I will save this, it will automatically will come over here. Okay, let me refresh it, and here you can see project information. Okay, so it's totally depend on the enterprise project type, because this project is created by this enterprise project type. So what do you mean by enterprise project type? Now I think you can better understand. So suppose here we having different enterprise project type, like SharePoint tasks and enterprise project type. Now, if I want to create a new enterprise project type, then what I have to do and why we have to create a different enterprise project type. So suppose we having whenever we are getting a requirement from our client that we having two departments, and both department I want configured on a single project web app. So in that case, we can create two enterprise project type, one for a single like we having two department, IT and CS or IT and HR. Then we can create one PDP for IT and the second PDP for HR. All right. So the PDP settings I will discuss you detail in this video. So before that, I want to just create this scheduling. Okay, so here if you want, you can create task 1, TSK 2 and TSK 3. All right, and here you can see the mode. Auto scheduling means a start date and finish date will come automatically, and other information as well. And if you want manual scheduling, that you can do also. If you want that very in details how we can create scheduling and how we can assign a resource on a task in detail, you can watch my playlist that I will drop the link in the description. But here we are going to discuss everything in short. Okay, so now suppose here I have created this. Now if I'll click on save button, okay, now if I want to build my team, okay, having some connectivity issue, no, let me save this. Yep. Now if I will click on this build team, then in build team, what is the mean of build team? Build team means you are building a team for your project. So here you can decide generic resources, and here also you can decide your actual resources. But here I don't have any resources. Then what I have to do, I'll go in Office admin panel. This is my admin center, and here I'll go for active users. I will create a new resource like tips by Anil user. Okay, and this will be my display name as well. This will be my username as well. Okay, automatically create a password. No, I won't create the password. Save password in email, open completion. Okay, no, I don't want it. Click on next. I won't assign the license. Okay, I can assign these licenses also. Create user without product license. No, I can click on next. Finish. Okay, everyone. So here we have created a resource Anil Kumar. Tips by Anil user. All right. Now what I have to do, this resource, I'll go in PWA setting, and if you will see here for manage users, I'll go here, and in the manage users, I'll click on new user. Okay. In the click new user, whenever I will go here and I'll type tips. Oh, no user. Let me go on resource center. Click here to synchronize with an existing group. Okay, here I think we cannot find it directly. So what we have to do, we will go here and active team groups. Here I will create a new group. In this new group, PWA users. Okay. click on next. Owners, so who will be the owners? So I will be owners of this. Click on add, click on next. Who will be member? I want add the member as tipsynl, and both will be the member. Click on next. Group, I can say pwa user at the rate tipsynl. All right, click on next, click on finish. Okay everyone, so finally we are going to create our group. Now I will just refresh it, and here pwa users member, synchronize. I think this group was already created. pwa users member. People picker field cannot resolve your local entries. Please correct this. I think that resource should be available here now. So here we can see tipsynl user. Okay. Now here this is the team member. Okay. Click on save. Alright. So now finally we have created the user. Okay. Now again I will go in projects. In the projects I will open it. Okay. Now here if you will see, we having a resource name field. All right. So in the resource name field, now if I'll go in build team, then I'll see my resource over here, tipsynl. All right. Now this tipsynl I will drop over here. Click on save and close. Save completed successfully. All right. So here finally I can use this resource. I can assign this resource over here. Okay. If you want, you can just take this task for 2 days, this task for 4 days, this task for 5 days. Okay. Fine. Now I will just click on save button. Okay. And I will click on publish button. Okay. Finally, my project scheduling has been finished. Okay. Now the project scheduling has been finished. Let's time to let you know the timesheet. So what is a timesheet? So for timesheet, if I'll go in the edit links, in the edit links, I cannot see the timesheet option. I'll go here, I'll save and close it. Okay. Now if I'll see in the timesheet, there will not we cannot display selected time periods. All right, what I have to do now, I have to just define the fiscal periods. I'll define for 2021. So this is the method 454445 means first quarter will be 4 week. This is the definition. You can create fiscal period according to your several methods. You can use fiscal period 5444 blah blah blah. So you can just check your organization requirement accordingly. You can set it. Okay. I'm going to create and save it. Now the fiscal period has been defined. So if you will see first 2022, first 28, 2021, it will be quarter first, it will be quarter first. Okay. Now I'll go and save it. Now I have to define time reporting periods. Here it's asking number of periods to be created, that is 52 for 1 year. And here if you want, you can define prefix and suffix, but I don't want, I'll create it in a bulk. So time reporting periods has been created over here. All right, click on save. Now here we go. Our timesheet has been created. All right. Now if I will log in with the user to which I have assigned the task. Okay. If you will see in the scheduling test by Anil user, we have assigned the task. Okay. Now what will be the password for this user? I'll go in active users. In active users, here we have defined, this is the user ID or email ID. So it's asking for current password. It will, and new password because we are going to log in first time. We seems that password too many times before choose something harder to guess. All right. So we are going to choose a different password. So it will ask you for keep your account secure. It will ask you for set up your account. Okay. Other I can do one thing. I will not go because it should allow me for now. I will just go. I will just try it. Skip for 14 days. Okay. So I'm going to skip it for now. Okay, everyone. So here is the timesheet link, and in the timesheet link, you can see task 1, task 2, task 3 is coming in my timesheet. Okay. So the planning we have defined in my project. Okay. Now here, if I'll submit this, then what will be happen? Nothing is going to happen here, because here if I'll say that I want submit this task for the approval. Okay. I'll click send progress for selected task. This is send progress for all tasks, and this is turn in final timesheet. Means on the weekly basis you can close this timesheet. Okay. For now I'm going to do the daily progress. So I'm going to click on send progress for selected task. Whenever I will click on this, what will be happened? It will click on OK button, but nothing is going to happen. For that, what I have to do, I'll go in the timesheet settings, in the PWA settings, and in the PWA settings, here you will see timesheet settings and defaults. In the timesheet settings and default, I want task status manager approval. Okay, click on save. Because right now, if you will see in the approval center, we don't have any user. Okay, but here if we have created this user, let me change the timesheet manager and default status manager for this user. Okay, click on browse. So here we don't have any timesheet manager. For that, what I have to do, I'll go here, click on PWA settings, click on manage timesheet or timesheet managers. So in the timesheet managers, I'll add Tipsy Anil Kumar as a timesheet manager here. Okay, now I will go in browse and I will add this user as a timesheet manager and default assignment owner. Okay, click on save button. So whenever we will click on save button, now what will be happen? Okay, so here suppose I'm going to define 8 hours, and now click on submit the task. Please approve it. Click on OK. So whenever I will click on OK, here you will see awaiting approval. Before that, we are not getting this option, awaiting approval. So to whom it's waiting for approval? To his timesheet manager. I'll go here. So in my timesheet manager, I can see this task now. Whenever I will click on accept, this task will be approved, but it will not reflect our project scheduling. Okay, still my project progress is 0%. What is happened now? What we have to do? We have to do one more setting for that. That setting is go in timesheet settings and default. Here we having one option. Select this mode if you want your team manager to report project task status in their timesheet. Click on single entry mode. Click on save. Now whenever it will show up the approve. Okay, comment. Here you can see the comment approved and project name tips by Anil, and here is the status of this task. All right, now here if I want put 8 hours again and 8 hours. Now we have did one setting. What setting? The setting is this single entry mode. What is the rule of the single entry mode? Whenever I will click on submit this task, I think this is the task, correct? This is the task. Now if I'll go in approval center, here if you will see it will notify you that it's awaiting approval. Now if I'll go in approval center, then here will be I'll accept this task, and after accepting this task I have to do one more thing. I'll have to go in history and status update, because this status update will publish our task. Okay, it's not coming because it's task number 2, is it? Okay, let me check. Sometime it's don't sync. Let me put my timesheet again and click on OK. Now if I will go in approval center, I will update it. Click on OK. And here in the history, I will go in status update. This update status should come as publish. But what I will do, I think I will just change it. I'll say 7 hours. Now I will send it, because these setting we have to do before, but for the video purpose I'm telling the difference, so that's why it's not coming. So I'll go in approval center again, and task 1 I will go for accept it. Click on OK. Now I will go in status and see task 1. Okay, I think Anil Kumar don't have permission for it. Let me check that, because what it's saying, it's assigned to tips by Anil user. Tips by Anil user. Okay, let me check that. Because guys, what we have did before that, here the user was, what happened actually, I will let you know. Default assignment, and you can see here was Anil Kumar. But here we have did it correct. Now I think we have to publish our project again, or not actually project publish. What we have did wrong. Now I can understand that we have to check out our project. We have not checked out our project, so that's why we were not getting that option. Okay, let me check in my project. So whenever I will check in my project, after that, if I'll go in my approval center, and now if I'll go in the status update, and now I can see the publish button. Got it? So what we are doing wrong, now here you can see the status will be updated as published. Okay, now if we'll see the status of my project, whenever I'll refresh it, it will change to 45%. Okay, so what was we were doing, the good practice is whenever you are doing the scheduling, every time you have to check out your project. Just close your project, so that if someone want to reflect the changes, if someone want to publish their update, he can update over there. So what was in the setting, if we will see, I'll show you in this setting, Timesheet settings and default. Using the settings, single entry mode, a team member want to send the status of their timesheet. Okay, so this status will be sent whenever your project will be in check-in mode. Okay, if you are in the checkout mode, no one can send the status. Okay, now if anytime user want to submit the timesheet, every time the status will be updated. Okay, 8 hours, 8 hours. Okay, click on send progress for all tasks. Click on OK. Now click on approvals. Sorry, approvals, because Anil Kumar is the approvals. Now here we go for accept or reject. Okay. Now I will go in history, status update. Task 3 is unpublished and these both are published. Click on publish button. Click on forward. Okay, so this task is published, and hope our project status is also going to change. Let me check. This is 47 and 100. Click on projects. This is now 63. Okay, before that it was 45%, and if you will see, this changes 47, 100 and 40%. Okay everyone, So we have learned the timesheet configuration, how we can configure the timesheet, how a user can submit the timesheet, and how a timesheet manager can approve the timesheet, or he can send a status update in the project scheduling. Okay. Now what is the next task? The next task is how we can create the PDPs. So we will go in PWA settings. In the PWA settings, from here you can see project detail pages. In the project detail pages, here we can see multiple PDPs. The same way we can create project detail page from here. So this is will be test page PDP. Okay. Now full page vertical or header footer or 3 columns, whatever you want, you can. Okay. This is how the layout. Click on create. Now what we have to do, we have to add a web part over here. What does that means? Add a web part. It will ask you either you can add any app over here, or you can add your custom fields also over here. Okay, so this is the business data community. So whatever you want to add, you can add over here. Let me add project web app. So suppose I'm going to add issues or my task, my timesheet. What I can do, track your work or workflow status. I think track your work. Click on OK. Okay, so track your work is added over here. Now in web part, I'll go in the page, stop editing. Okay, so this PDP has been created. Now let me create the PWA settings again, and in the PWA settings, I'll go on enterprise project type. In the enterprise project type, I'm going to create new enterprise project type. Okay, so I'll go and tips by Anil EPT, enterprise project type. Okay, and here we will see the setting. Project ID, prefix or suffix you can add over here. The starting number is 0. Okay, create new project as a SharePoint task list. So this is a different story we will discuss if you want. This is something like a SharePoint task list project. Okay, and here site workflow association. So if you have any SharePoint project web app site workflow, that will come up in your drop down. You can add from here. And here new project page, project detail pages. So here we having the project detail pages, project information pages. Means whenever user will create a new project, then project detail page will be a default page. Okay, now here test page PDP is coming over here as we have discussed. Okay, now PDP is coming, and here is the department. So suppose I'm going to create a department. So these all are the custom fields I'm going to describe you. So these all are the custom field. From here you can create a new custom field. The custom field test custom field. Okay, this will be project entity. Means you can create task entity, resource entity, or project entity. What does that mean? It means you are going to create a property of your project. Okay, a attribute of your project. This will be a correct sentence. So we are going to create a attribute of our project. So basically custom field is the attribute, and the type will be text, cost, date, duration, flag number, whatever you want to create. Single line of text, and here we are going to define the department, for which department we are going to create this custom field. Okay, so right now we have don't configure the department one. Let me create the save button. Okay, so our custom field has been created. Now here if you will see the department column, whenever this is the lookup table or custom field, in the lookup table means here we can define the label or the value. Okay, so value means IT, CS, HR. Okay, so these value I have defined over here. Now suppose I'm going to click on save button. Now this PDP we have created over here, sorry, this custom field, and this custom field, if I want to assign for IT department only. Now whenever you will create your project by the IT department EPT, means your EPT is type of IT department. Here if I'll choose the IT department, then only the IT type of custom field you will see on your PDP. Okay, I think you are getting understand what I'm trying to say. You suppose you are going to create IT type department custom field. So these IT type department custom field, you can add your PDP that is configured in the tips by Anil, and that is related to IT department only. Okay, click on save button and click on save. Now if you want to create your new lookup table, so here I'll say country. Okay, I'll say like city, and here will be the value. City value means Delhi, Mumbai, Pune. Okay, click on save. Now this custom field I can use country. This lookup table project entity is a project, and here I'm going to see the lookup, and here is the city. Okay, now choose a default value. What will be the default value? That will be Delhi, or from here country, even I can create the country type of lookup table. So this is how we can create lookup type custom field in project web app. Okay, I think now you can better understand about custom fields and enterprise project type. Okay, in enterprise project type there are two more things that I want to discuss with you. What is that? Department we have discussed, we can create the EPT for a specific department, and we can create a custom field for a specific department. Okay, now the thing is, if you want to use this custom field in your project, then how you will use it? So these custom fields are on the globally we can define it, but if I want to use it, then how I'll use it? Click on this edit button. Okay, now here you can see these all are the custom field, default custom field, name, and okay, now what I will do, I click on edit page. In the edit page I will go here, click on edit web part. In the edit web part, here I can see modify button, display project field. So here all are the custom fields that are default custom field, and what custom field we have created for now, I think that country. That country should come up. Oh, I think we have created for IT departments, so that's why it's not appearing over here. Let me change that, because our project is not related to IT department. Okay, test vs custom, let me check this. Okay, because this test vs custom field is for IT department. Okay, because we don't have our EPT related to any departments, so that's why we are getting this custom field. Okay, now we have created the city. Okay, we have created the lookup actually, so that's why. Now if I'll add it, I'll click over here and I will save it, apply, and click on OK. Now click on stop button. Now here we can see, oh, where is our field? Okay, project department is below finish. Let me edit it again. I think this is the IT department related, so that's why I think it's not appearing. Let me try with the country, and this will be single line of text. Click on modify. Country. Okay, go up. Click on apply. Okay, now here you can see the country. Okay, click on OK. Click on stop button. Now here you can see the country name. Okay, details means here we are getting this, and if you don't want to add in footer, you can remove from added web part. Okay, so this is how we can add project detail pages in EPT and custom field on PDP. So here what we have learned, how we can create enterprise project type. Okay, tips by Anil EPT, and inside a EPT how we can add PDPs. We have already learned how we can create PDP, and this test PDP we have created inside this EPT, and in the PDP how we can add a custom field. Look here. Okay, now if you want create your project with new EPT, then how you will do that? Go here, tips by Anil. Now you can see the option, and from here you can create the project, but the configuration is not completed yet. Okay, configuration we have to do little bit now. This is the department we have discussed. Site creation, do not create a site, means this project, if you will see here, back, cancel, tips by Anil, project site. So every look, there is no site configured for this, because I think there will be a option that will now not allow you to create automatic project site, because here we having option, do not create a site, allow user to choose automatically create a site on next publish. Okay, so I think we have created our project with enterprise project, and in the enterprise project we having do not create a site. Okay, now what I will do, I want create a automatically site, create a site on next publish. What it will do, it will create a site something like this. Okay, this will be the URL. Sync SharePoint task list, sync user permission. Okay, and here you can see site template. So right now we don't have any site template, and here we don't have any project plan template. So site template I will let you know. Let me discuss the project plan template. So for this, what I will do, I will open my project. Okay, and here you can see the option computer. Just click on OK. Now click on account, and here I'll click on manage settings. I don't think this is the option. I think there was a option from where open new can't. Mhm. What I want to do, I want just trying. I'm trying to info. Okay, this is the thing. I'm searching. Click on manage accounts. In the manage account, you can see the computer. So this is the if you don't know what is a project professional, I have created a separate playlist for this. So project professional, I'll give you the little bit introduction. Professional is used to create your project planning in offline version. Okay, and project web app is the online version. All right, so here I will add the URL. Account name is tips by Anil. Okay, tips by Anil. And what will be the URL? I want connect my project professional with this URL. Okay, set as a default account. Click on OK. Now set as default. Click on OK. Now just close this account, this project, and open this project again. Now here you will see option tips by Anil. I don't want to the computer. Now I want to tips by Anil. Click on OK. Now my project professional has been connected with my project web app. Okay, so whenever I will click on any give me 1 minute. Okay, so here waterfall project, I will click here. So here I can see option. Here I can create my planning, and here I can build the resource, whatever I want to do. Here I'm having option new. If I want the default, I can create here. Okay, so this project planning will come up something like this. And if I want to publish this, save as, and save in project web app, click on save button. Okay, so here are two options. Either I want to create a project, or either I want create a template. For now I'm going to create a project. So suppose if I'll go and click on project, then a project name is needed. Suppose project a underscore 001. Okay, so what I'm trying to do, we can create a project in Microsoft Project Professional, and we can publish it on project web app. Okay, and here we are getting the custom field name also. Click on save button. Okay, it will take few seconds to publish our project on project web app. Okay, synchronization data server, save 0% completed. Here you can see the status. Okay, it will take few seconds to let me check this on my project center. So still it's not created. Save completed successfully. Okay, let me check it now. Still, oh, I think we have saved only, we have not published it. Is it? Save. Project. Save file as all in custom field. Only. Okay. No, I won't publish it. Oh, yeah. So this is the option where you can publish your project. Okay, now it will publish this project on project web app. Publish completed successfully. Now if I'll go on my project center, and I will get this project a underscore 001. If you want, see the project is coming over here. These all the resource name. Okay, these all are local resources, and here if we will see the resource field, This resource field is empty, but here you can see the resource. Okay, because the empty is on summary level, task summary level, but all these having local resources. Now what we have to do, we have to create a, I will just check it in. This is best practice. Whenever you are going to create a project, you have to check in the project. Okay, now I will create a template. So the template, whenever I will create a template, these tasks should come up as task Anil 1, or you can see design, or you can see requirement, and this will be planning, design, build, test, deployment. Okay, so this template I want create. So what do you mean by template? This template means whenever let me drag it. Okay, so what is this template means? Whenever a user will create the project using this template, means this tips by an LEPT, then what will be happen? This project, click on info, click on publish. Let me save it first. I will provide the template name temp underscore Anil. Okay, and this will be now a template. Click on save. Save. Now I will publish it. Whenever I will click on this publish button, save 0% completed. Let me finish it. So I will telling you the what do you mean by whenever you will create a project, these default scheduling will come up in your project. Okay, save completed successfully. Is it coming in our project plan template? Yes, tips underscore Anil. Okay, now let me save it. Okay, temp underscore Anil is coming, the same we have created in project professional. Okay, now whenever I will create the project using this template, this EPT, then what will be happened? Temp project. Okay, now click on finish. So whenever user will create the project using a specific template, specific EPT that has a template. So what does that mean? Okay, we don't have a scheduling inside this, so let me add the scheduling. This is our enterprise project type, and this is the tips by Anil EPT. And here, oh, we have not added it. This is very important. Click on save. Now if I'll load it, and here we go, you can see the default task that we have created in our template. Okay, so this is, I want you make you understand that whenever user want to create the default task in a project scheduling, he can create a template, and the template automatically will add this task in his scheduling. Okay, fine. So what do you mean by now enterprise project type? So enterprise project type is, suppose if user want a different template, then he can create two or more than two template, and if user want to create a different department, then he can use the different EPT. Or if a user want a specific department custom field, then he can create a specific department custom field. He can add in PDP, and that PDP he can add it in enterprise project type, and user can create a project using a custom enterprise project type. Okay, now one more thing I want let you know, the project site. So here is the project site. Okay, this project site has been created. Here user can create issues. Okay, issues, risk, deliverables, and all the things user can create over here. Here if I'll say the title means issue 1, owner tips Y Anil is the owner, this is active, and the value you can put over here. Okay, click on save. So this issue has been created over here. Now if I'll go in site content, and in the site content I can see the deliverables also. User can create the delivery site project deliverable, project issues, project risk, and task also. Okay, now if I'll go on issues, now oh, it's taking some time, I think. I'm not sure why it's taking some time. I want to tell you one more thing only. Let me create this temp project. Okay, so one by one I will let you know. Here you can see this is the indent, and this is the outdent, and this is the linking. We can link our task. So if you don't know what is the linking, from here whenever you will click this, you can just press this button. Okay, so before that what do you have to do? You can just I think the linking has been done. If it's not done, if you still want to understand in deep and detail what is the linking, I'll provide you the video description detail in my video description. And here is the auto scheduling, manual scheduling, that we have discussed this auto scheduling and manual scheduling. This is the insert, you want to insert a task. This is the delete task. Add to timeline means this is the timeline, you can see. Okay, this task you want to add to timeline, and this is the add to roadmap. Okay, everything go to project home, you can add to the roadmap as well. And few things I want to let you know, issues. Okay, so these are the issues we can directly redirect. Okay, and if I'll see manage alert, okay, here you can see the details of your issues, of your project issues. Okay, now we have discussed the issues and calendar and project details and deliverables also. From here you can check your deliverables, what kind of deliverables you want to create, and here we can create the risk also, okay, for our projects. So this is how we have learned. Only one more thing I want to tell you, that suppose if I want create a new list. Okay, a new list, test list. Okay, and this list I want to add on all the project. Suppose whenever I'm going to create a new project, this list should come up inside every project site. Then what I have to do, I'll go inside setting, sorry, site, not site information. I will go inside settings. site permission. Okay, this is correct. That uses okay. Okay, so what I was searching, actually I'm searching this test list. If I want create on all project site, okay, whenever user will create a new project, this test list will come up in all the project. Okay, not this test list, this complete projects site configuration, SharePoint site configuration will attach with all the project, means similar site. For that, what you will do? Okay, for that I will go in site content, and here I will go in site information, and here view all site setting. In view all site setting, here you will see template, save site as template. Now if I'll create site template, okay, including content, click on OK. Now this site template will come up in our EPT option. Go in PW settings. In the PW settings, I will go on enterprise project type, and in enterprise project type, I'll see my tips by Anil EPT, and I will attach this tips by Anil EPT in my project site template. Okay, and I'll click on save button. Now whenever I will create the project using this template, this EPT, okay, then the test list will come up in all project site. Now test site template, this will be my project. Click on finish. Here you can see country and department, these custom fields are coming. If you want to remove this, you can also remove from, just edit the web part, and you can remove these custom field from here. Okay, so we are going to create the project. Now let me create on project site. Okay, site is still not configured, we have to wait for a few seconds. Click on project sites, still not creating, wait for few couple of seconds. I'm just trying to let you know that how. Oh, still not created. Okay, this will also you will get the project scheduling here. Here you can see the default scheduling, because we have added this template over here. Okay, so that's why its scheduling is coming over here. Now go on project site, hope it has been created finally. So here you can see the test list. Okay, this test list is coming in this project site. Why? Because the same template we are attaching with our EPT. Okay, and if you want to see the issue and risk, then go on the issue, because we have created one issue. You can see issue, so that issue is also coming with this project site. So this is how we have configured our complete project web app. Okay, so I will let you know one by one what we have defined yet. First, we have created a project using default enterprise project type. After that, we have created enterprise project type EPT. Okay, this EPT, and in this EPT we have created few things. What we have created? First, we have added a project detail page. We have created a project detail page from PWA setting, and in this project detail page, we have added a few custom fields. Okay, then we have created a site template. Okay, site templates means the template is project site template. Okay, and if you want to change your site template, just go on the site content, change anything, and just save site as a template. Now again you can attach your different site template, and this is how we have attached our project plan template. This is how we have created our project plan template. These things we have learned for now. Now few things. Also, we have learned the physical period, time reporting period, and timesheet configuration. How a user can submit a timesheet, how a approver can approve the timesheet and update the status in a project. Okay, and also a resource center, how a user can create a different type of resource. And if you want to learn more about resources, type of resources, I will provide you the link in my description. Okay, and here delete enterprise object. So what you can delete from here, you can delete project resources, status reports, timesheet, user delegation. Okay, so user delegation is basically if you want to delegate your project to someone else. Okay, now here additional server setting. In the additional server settings, there are few things I will let you know: SharePoint permission mode or project permission mode. So SharePoint permission mode and project permission mode is basically manage users and group directly in SharePoint, but here manage users, group and categories in project web app. Okay, so how we are managing this? Here we go. Here we are managing users, and also you can create a managed category. You can define your category: my direct report, organization, my project, resource, and my task. So if you will see over here, the categories here are the default categories. Okay, additional dynamically include projects in the hierarchy. The user is on the projects is a project team. These are something different kind of permission. You can check or uncheck over here. Okay, this is how you can manage your permissions over here. Now let me okay, so this enterprise data we have finished. Time and task management we have finished. One more thing I will let you know, this is the task, and here if I'll show you in the task options. So in the task options also a user can submit their task. Okay, now if I want to submit this from here also, I can submit and I can send the status report. All task or selected task. Okay, so this is how also user can submit the task. Okay, this is, you can see, manage awaiting approvals. Okay, now this will work as we are working with timesheet. Okay, accept, and when user will accept it, click on OK. This will update your project status the same way we have done with the timesheet. Okay, now I'll go again in the PW setting, and in the PW setting, this part we have completed. These two, this is also completed. Manage queue jobs, force check-in and enterprise object. What does that mean? Force check-in means these projects are checkout by tips by Anil, and if you are a different user, you can forcefully check in from here. Means the saved changes will be lost for that user. Okay. Now again go on PW setting. Here manage queue jobs. Here your all jobs are running. Okay, here you can see all queue jobs. Means whenever you will publish a project, you will assign a resource, whatever you will do, a job will be running. That job you can see over there. This part security I have discussed not in detail, but I have to tell you there are some manage users, group and category and security templates. And here also you can see the manage delegate. Means here you can provide the delegate to the user. You can just click on new. So whenever you will click on new, set delegation from this date to this date, and delegate name, here you can provide the name, username. Okay, then that user can work on behalf of you. Oh, okay, so this was delegation. These all are the personal settings like my queue jobs, manage delegate, act as a delegate, and look and feel. This part is not completed. Let me complete it. Manage view. So these all are the view. I'll show you. Go on project, and here you can see summary view, cost view, earned value, summary, tracking, work. So these view you can see over here. These all are the project view, and these all are the project center view, cost, earned value, summary that we have discussed just now. So click on summary view. From here you can add or remove the custom fields. Okay, and this is the available category. Security groups means to which category you want to show this view, or for which you don't want to show this view. Okay, so this is how you can manage this view, and you can also create your new view also. Okay, task type, resource type, or assignment type. Okay, and project type, project center, assignment. For whatever you want to create, you can create your new. This is pretty simple. Okay, now again go on PWA settings, manage formatting, Gantt chart, and quick launch. So these are very simple things. You can just go and just check it. So I think we have complete the complete PWA settings and basic configuration of project web app. So I hope you like this video, and if you like this video, then please subscribe my channel. And if you're looking for complete training for project web, how we can customize our PDP, and how we can use CSOM, JSOM, JavaScript object model, and also how we can use a React framework, Power Apps, and for all you can just watch my more videos in my YouTube channel. And still, if you are not getting understand, you can just contact me for the paid training. All right, so I hope you like this video, and if you like this video, then please subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching my video. Have a nice day. Bye bye.